Welcome to Falcon Bay. Falcon Bay is chosen as one of the U.S. Open runner-up courses, and it'll be used in the U.S. Open qualifying tournament, so I thought I would give you a little insight from my perspective on the course and how you should play shots, how I designed them to be played. So, the first hole's a narrow fairway in the landing area. You see I just missed the fairway, which doesn't help me show the second shot very well, but on the Champions version, the pin sits up here in this little shelf, and you need to land your ball right in this area. If you can land the ball even on the green right in this area, it'll settle pretty well. On the Sunday pin version, which will be the second day use, the pin is over in this area. These greens are medium to medium, slightly firm. They will hold a shot even from a long iron. So contrary to some belief that they're firm, they're not. But they are fast. And I'm not the best player, so you're not going to see any spectacular play from me. But I will try to show you how I designed the course to play for the better players. Alright, I think hole 2 just turned out fantastic. I think it just has such a good look. And probably the signature hole of the course. Alright, the tee shot, the fairway is pretty narrow here. If you try to get out into this area, but there's really no need. If you can lay up into this fat part of the green, you're just going to have a wedge, or fat part of this fairway, you're going to have a wedge into this green, because it's not very long hole. So what I like to do is I like to lay back, sometimes even with a 3-iron, but I'm going to go with a 5-wood today. That looks like a good shot. So we'll be right here in this fat part, and we'll have 112 yards to the pin. This flag sits up on this little rise, kind of back right. And as long as you get it up here on this shelf, you're in pretty good shape. The Sunday pin version is located over here. It's just not got the shelf, but it does have some break. But if you have high winds, you could get carried into one of these bunkers. See if I didn't loft it up. Nah, could have lofted it some more. But you see how that ball's stuck on the green? So these greens are very receptive. They're just can be difficult to putt, and can be difficult to get the ball close to the pin because of the break around the pin locations. I love these fast greens. I'm just a fan of fast greens. And what do you know? A birdie on a hole that you're supposed to get a birdie on. Alright, it's a par 3, 203 yards. That's on the scorecard. It's 213, and actual play. The best play here is to try to land your ball right around this break area, which means you got to club down. If you land it here, you can get it really close. The Sunday pin version is over here, and it's kind of a similar shot, but it's tucked in, so you could hit a draw in there for a right-handed player, or you could go right at it, but you need to land it a little bit shorter because you're coming in with a long iron. So I've got a 5-mile-an-hour wind in my face. I don't think I'm going to club down on this shot. It may be a bad move, but we'll just see what it does. Yeah, that was pretty good. My problem is I struggle with the putter. Alright. This hole has a pinched landing area, but it's, I don't think this is ridiculously narrow. I think there's enough room to work there. Anywhere in this fairway is good. This wind is not a friendly wind for this hole. So it'll be a test to get it up to the top of the ridge here. And we didn't quite make it. So normally, any kind of wind with you or no wind, you're going to get it to the top of the ridge, and you're going to have a 3-iron distance into this hole. A lot of times you can hit a 4-iron, and if you can land a 4-iron right there, you will get close. But if you miss it to the left, it will feed back over this way. The Sunday pin version is right in this area, and you'll be tempted to go right at that pin, but if you do go right at it with a 3-iron, you will be in this bunker. If you go with a 5-wood, you will be long. You actually need to aim over here and land in this area, and it will filter over towards this pin. So let's see what we can do here. This is tough. I pulled it. That's going to take me to the back of the green probably. It's semi-soft. As you can see how it collects to the left away from the pin. But I promise you, if you hit the shot up there, you can end up around the flag. I just want to try to, that was a very terrible putt. But birdies will be earned on this hole. I'm going to drop a shot here at 4. I didn't hit that far enough. But if you get it up there, you can get it close. If you get it up on that little ridge. And I was pointing out a minute ago that the Sunday pin version is right over here. So you need to get it up on that shelf also. Alright, number 6 is a long par 3. This is another par 3 where you need to land the ball right here around the break. The Sunday pin version is back over here, and it's a similar situation. You need to land it in and around this break area where we've got the 2 tiers. I may have carried that a little bit too much to the left. Well, that was a good putt, especially for me. Alright, hole number 7. This is another tough driving hole, and it's very, very important to get the ball in the fairway. If you are not in the fairway, you may not be able to go at that green. So let's see if we can get one out here. That ball needs to... that's good. That wind in our face really makes this hole challenging. Whew. Normally you're going to drive it up even with that collar, unless you have the wind with you, and then you'll go even further. And on normal, wind not in your face conditions, you're going to have an iron into this green. And you can hit anything from a 3 iron to a 5 iron. And it is definitely best to try to land the ball in this area and let it feed up the hill, because there's a hill right behind the flag that will collect your ball on this pin position. The Sunday pin position is over in this area, and it's a similar situation. You need to land the ball in this area. That's going to work out. Maybe, no, it got to the collection area. I need to be a little bit shorter. It's a pretty tough putt when you get down into that area. I think that's a pretty decent lag putt. Alright, hole 8. It's another, I think, really good looking hole. It's a layup. I've played with some guys that hit 3-wood off the tee, but it's really risky. You can get down there and run it into the lake. sometimes will hit a 3-iron here, but you just want to get into this meaty part of the fairway. You're going to have a short iron in anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Wow. Got a drastic drop in the wind. Alright, so we'll put this in the fairway for a good look into the green. I almost have perfect yardage here. And this flag's up on a shelf in the back right, and if you get it up in this area, it's an easy putt. It's birdie hole. The Sunday pin positions are over here, and it's close to this break line, so you need to land it, you know, left of the pin, and you're going to have a putt and hopefully not get it down into the middle of the green. So let's just hit this like it is. I could have lofted that up some. But again, you see how those short irons stick into these greens? And that was kind of my goal, was to have try to build a course that you could actually hit shots into. You could hit a 3 or 4 iron into and keep the ball on the green. I think I was able to accomplish that. To keep you, you know, but make them tough enough to where, you know, par was a good score. At least for most players. There are some guys that ain't some of the best rounds I've seen is about 8 under, but that's on Xbox, and I think somebody told me there was a 8 under round on PC. Alright, so this is par 5, number 9, back to the clubhouse, and you can go over this tree and get yourself a little bit of an advantage. And I didn't hit that very well. But you're going to have like extremely perfect conditions to ever even think about getting home in 2 on this par 5. You just lay up here into the middle of the fairway with the 3-wood. And that's not a very good shot. Huh? That's going to work out. Okay. This flag's in a little shelf up on this second tier. And you need to get it up here. You can, since usually you're pitching it in, it's fairly easy to get a ball close to this pin. The Sunday pin is over here on this other side in this little area, and it's just a similar shot. You're just pitching it in there. Stop. Alright. That should be pretty good. Boy, if I could only putt. My opinion is the front side is definitely easier than the back. So if you're going to score, you need to score on the front. Now this hole, number 10, it's got a really tight fairway here, and you need to try best you can to get it in the fairway. If you don't get it in the fairway, you're not getting to the green. And I'm toast unless I get a good bounce. Nope. But if you're in the fairway, the interesting thing about this green is if you're in the fairway and you hit a ball anywhere in this area, it collects to the flag. So even though this hole's 500 yards, par 4, if you can get it in the fairway off the tee, it is an easy birdie hole. The Sunday pin is actually down in this little collected area here, so But I actually think that this pin location is easier than that one, because any shot from the fairway that hits anywhere to this right side collects to that flag. But unfortunately, I am just going to have to hit one back out here. I hope I can get it in the fairway. Oh, we got it, fairway. Yeah, looks like we got pretty decent opportunity to get the ball back there. Maybe save a par. Hey, he saved a par. Missing that fairway, I should have been punished, but that's okay. Alright. This hole it's a tough par 3. And I think, the pin is actually on the spine of the screen. On the Champions Course pins and the Sunday pin, it's over here on the right side. But there's a trick to this hole. If you go at this pin and you don't make the green, you're in the water, possibly in the bunker. If you hit the green here, you most always go over. But if you can hit your tee ball over here and you hit it right, it will actually feed right up here and you will have a flat straight putt to the pin. So that's a little tip there. I've got this wind that's going to affect me more than I'm going to anticipate, but we'll see if we can pull this shot off. No, I didn't execute. But we will have probably a decent putt. Needed to carry it up there just a little bit further. It's not too bad. Like that up there for a par. So this par 3 I don't think is as unfair as I've heard some people say it is. If you play it correctly. That's the key. Giving away some course secrets here. Alright. This is not a long par 4, and in the right conditions you can hit driver, but I'm just going to lay back with a 3-wood because the way the angle of this approach is, it doesn't really matter. You're going to have some kind of short, medium iron into the green, so. Alright, 100 yards. Okay, this pin also slightly on a ridge. If you miss it left, you're going left. If you miss it right, you're going to go off to the right. And I believe, yeah, the Sunday pin version is right back here. So if you don't play the correct yardage, that bunker back there could collect you. Alright, we're gonna that's gonna work out. It's not bad. Missed that putt. Wow. Missed it pretty bad. Get up. That's what's supposed to happen. If you don't play your shots properly, you're supposed to make a bogey, or worse. So dropped a shot there. Alright, 13. I think this might be one of the toughest holes on the course. Fairway's super narrow along this huge bunker, so you really need to hit a good tee ball here. All right, that's a good shot. Okay, so this pin, I kind of wish I hadn't really used this pin position, but you can get a ball in there. You just, I mean, there's such a narrow or small margin of error for where you have to land this tee shot or this approach shot to get it up near this flag. The Sunday pin is back in this area, so it's a little more approachable. You can land a ball here and it'll filter over there. Let's just see if I can pull something off. This is a tough shot, I think. Where'd it go? Let's go the other route. I've missed it left. If you miss it to the left side, it slopes hard that way, so it's going to pull your shot down that little pocket over there. The best miss, I think, is slightly to the right. And missing to the left is not good. Give that a wrap and see if I can get it up there somewhere close. It's not an awful lag putt, but it'd probably be one of these side. No, that's okay. Slipped a par in there. Alright, 14. Dogleg left. You can cut the corner a little bit, but you really want to hit your ball. If you have a friendly wind, you want to hit it between the small pot bunker in the corner and the big bunker on the left. I've got a really good wind. Almost too good of a wind. But the fairway has a little extra room here for you. But with this wind, I may even try to cut it just a little bit more. And kind of pushed out to the right. So if it'll stop. Oh yeah. Alright. Good deal. Alright, this is another green that, you know, some people said, well, they don't really like the spine, but it's such a short iron in here if you hit a good tee shot that if you're at the flag or behind the flag, it's really an easy hole. If you're right or left, yeah, you're going to get punished a little bit. The Sunday version pin is back here. It's an easier shot, but, you know, still. Let's see what we got here. I don't know. I got a lot of things going on in this shot. Ball moving left off the slope and wind pushing to the right. Oh, and I actually hit a shot. Wow. Wow. Another birdie. I've yet to break par on this course. I've shot even. So if I don't fall apart, I've got a chance. Alright, par 3 downhill. This is a long par 3, and it is really, really tough to get a ball up into this little plateau. The Sunday pin version is over in this area, and if you miss it left, well, you're over here. This, more times than not, you hit into this flag and you will go a little bit long and trickle off down this way. Let's see what we can do. We got a decent wind. I might could even juice up a little bit here. Let's just see what happens. Might be in the bunker. Probably will be in the bunker. Yep, in the bunker. There's worse places to be, I think. But get on the green. Ugh. Alright. Just need to, man, get into that slope. Oh, well, back to even. See, coming in, falling apart. All right, 16. On the members version, this is a par 5, and it's a short par 5. But on this version and the Sunday pin version, this is a par 4, and it is a monster. Tight landing area, and then a well bunkered green that is a long way. Let's see what we got a good wind though, so that's gonna help. See if we can get a shot in the fairway. Oh yeah, this is gonna pinch off quite a bit of this hole. And being on this left side is as far left as you can get for this pin is good. And you could play a draw in there. It's just a tough flag to get to. The Sunday pin version is over here, and it's back up on this little shelf. It's a little bit easier to get to, but if you don't get it just in the right area, then you're up here putting very quickly downhill, or you're down here with a tough uphill putt. Let's see what we can do here. I'll just go with this. Maybe loft it up a little bit. See if it'll land soft. Pulled it. And didn't get a good kick there. Just see if I can get one close. That's going to run away. That one's gone. It's these finishing holes. You've got a good round going, and you come into these 15, 16, 17, and there's some tough holes to get through. Might as well flop this one up there. Stop. Oh. Be great if it went in. But there we go. A good 200 round going, and 2 holes put me up +1. Alright, 17. Really, really tough tee shot. It's just narrow. You've got to hit a good tee shot. And that is not a good tee shot. $207. I think we'll just pitch out here. You gotta take your medicine when you hit a bad tee shot. Alright. Alright, this pin kind of sits on this little rise here. If you can get it in this area, it'll stop there and it'll be makeable putt. The Sunday pin is over here. and it's easier to get to pin, but still the tee shot is the part of this hole that requires the most precise play. Crap. Just need to lag one up there. Get it close. Alright. Alright, 18. With the wind, anything probably above 8 miles an hour, you have the potential to get to the green. If you don't have the wind, then you just need to lay up. It's a birdie hole, definitely. Could potentially make eagle. It's one of those holes that's kind of built to provide some drama on the, at the very end of the tournament. So I like to do par fives on the final hole, and that's not going to be a good tee ball. Alright, so we really don't have a choice but to shoot something down the fairway here. Just a layup. Alright, let's look at this green. Alright, the pin's tucked up here in this corner. If you get up here on this area, it's a very makeable birdie putt. If you're above it and you hit it long, well, you're going to go down here. The Sunday pin location is over here, and it's a similar situation. You just need to get it into the right level of the green. Alright, so we got 136, 27. Go up a club. Let's see if we can get it up there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, that's not bad. This is a very, very quick putt. And it did not break. I think I just misread that. Alright, well, 2 over. So that's Falcon Bay. That's kind of a, a walkthrough of my thoughts on the course. Hopefully, as you guys can see, you can go low. Here's the global on Xbox. Roddy Mac 63. That's pretty impressive. If you look at the leaderboard, there's like 10 or 11 under par rounds on Xbox. Everything else is over par. So I hope this helps anybody that's playing in the qualifying tournament, give them a little insight on the course, and any little secrets that could be unlocked